Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost? While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
We were playing a game 4 second rule, and Grant asked me to name Kyle isms, catchphrases, and I messed up. And so far, all these people are texting with Kyle catchphrases. Kyle's biggest catchphrase, according to the 602 number, if you will. Comes up a lot.
I've got 3 things to know, if you will.
Like, let's get into 3 things we need to know.
Okay, you will. So there are a lot of people who are scared to take vacation time. They don't want to leave. They don't want to let someone fill in for them or whatever the reason is. But a new study says you actually need to take that vacation. They analyzed a bunch of people and they found not only are vacations more beneficial for boosting employee well-being than previously thought, but the positive effects are long-lasting. The researchers found that employees who psychologically disengaged from work on their vacations actually saw the most improvement in their well-being, and people who engaged in physical activities while on vacation also experienced higher levels of well-being and restoration. And it's that restorative benefit that helps you when you come back to work. You're reinvigorated. You've got more energy, and you're just ready to go more instead of just exhausted.
I totally feel that way. I feel like even if it's just a 3-day weekend, I'm always ready just to go in and tackle it. Like, I'm almost eager to get back to work.
Yeah, for sure. So take that vacation. There are apparently a lot of people interested in buying TikTok. I told you the other day there's an AI company that wants to buy TikTok. And now, according to President Donald Trump, Microsoft is also looking into buying TikTok. The good news is there's all these super lucrative companies that want to buy TikTok, which to me says TikTok isn't going away in 45 days or 75 days or whatever the countdown is
still
at this
75
point.
days?
No, I'm sure it's not. I don't know what the countdown is at this point, but that tells me that they're probably going to sell at some point because they don't want to lose the United States portion of it. It's like 170 million people use it, right? So I think that's a good thing if you still want TikTok around. This I just found somewhat fascinating. They did a survey, and they actually found that women are just as attracted to younger partners as men. It's typical that you see an older man with a younger woman. It is less typical. It's never happens to see an older woman with a younger fella, if you will. There you go. There's that catchphrase. But they found researchers say men and women alike are just drawn to sleeping with younger potential conquests, whether or not they realize it. So this may just be something that maybe it's not as typical because it doesn't happen, but it doesn't necessarily mean the attraction isn't there. And that's 3 things you need to know.
I just had an idea. Something just hit me, and I'm hoping Nick can find it. Did you find it? So when you talk about TikTok not going away, it made me think of, I think it's the 1990s rhythm and blues band. Were the rhythm and blues, hip hop, what do we call it? Color Me Bad?
Oh, yeah.
Because they had that song, I Want to Sex You Up.
TikTok, you don't stop.
They're predicting the future. TikTok, you don't stop.
You don't stop
TikTok.
with the TikTok.
Do we have it? I think it starts like that. TikTok, you don't stop to the TikTok, you don't stop. They were predicting the news.
Ooh, they're like the Simpsons.
30 years in advance. There will be an app called TikTok. You don't stop. Rich, you busting out your iPod with endless amount of music.
I don't see it.
Oh, you couldn't find it? It's not in there?
I don't see it.
Bummer.
How do we not have that song in here in the system? Oh, there is? Of that? Oh, Kyle-isms? Oh, good. Okay. Oh, hold on. I have. Hold on. Let me just see if you can hear it.
TikTok, you don't stop to the TikTok, you don't stop to the TikTok, you don't.
Predicting the news, you guys. Predicting the news. Now I can't stop it. I won't. You know the song, Peyton?
I do. At that part, I had no idea what the TikTok, you don't stop is.
It was predicting the future. It was CNN before CNN. So you got a Kyle-isms montage. Let's hear it.
With what you need to know, it's newswoman Kyle Unfug. She will, if you will.
But there are some concerns concerns, if you will. All is well that ends well, if you will. Actually go into fruition, if you will. Ready to swoop in and be the next Mr. Kardashian, if you will. And sort of, getting some legs, if you will.
80s music and game music, right?
Nostalgia, if you will. And it's causing some reactions, if you will. Those ones are like buzzwords that just sound kind of like scripted, if you will. I think the timing was interesting, if you will.
Oh, my God.
I will, if you will. Will you?
I think that was a long time ago because I don't think I've heard like that much of it. But anyway.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. That should brighten your day a little. Actually, a lot. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Hello, iHeart listener. We have a confession to make. Both iHeart and this commercial you're listening to right now would probably sound a heck of a lot better on the new Roku Pro Series TV. It's got side-firing speakers that fill your room with sound, Dolby Atmos audio that puts you right in the middle of the entertainment, and the ability to pair seamlessly with your home theater sound systems that already have surround sound and booming bass. If all that sounds too good to be true, it'll sound even better on the new Roku Pro Series. Your hearing isn't better, your TV is.
We've all done it. You see a headline but don't have time to read the whole story, or there's so much news you're not sure what is worth your time. I'm Colby Ekowitz, co-host of Post Reports, the weekday afternoon podcast from The Washington Post. Post Reports brings you what's relevant and revealing. Breaking stories, politics, wellness, culture. Each episode goes beyond a headline for the context you need. Find Post Reports now, wherever you're listening.
That is one.
One lottery ticket makes a big difference for our state students. And when I say big, I mean bigger than jackpot big. Since 2002, South Carolina students have benefited from more than $6 billion in lottery-funded scholarships and grants, including the Life, Hope, and Palmetto Fellow Scholarships. With every lottery play, you're supporting our students, and that adds up in a big way. That's why education is our middle name. Learn more at sceducationlottery.com/betteryou.